back. In the last class, we have learned about acceleration. Did you remember what acceleration was? Yes. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity. A equal to v minus u divided by t. Its unit is meter per second square and it is a vector quantity. Today, let us understand some situations in which acceleration occurs. A moving ball coming to rest. When a ball moves, it has a velocity. As it comes to rest means its velocity is decreasing. As velocity changes, acceleration occurs. When a body comes to rest, final velocity becomes zero. Like that, if a body starts from rest, initial velocity is zero. Initially, it was at rest, so there is no velocity. And when it gets started, velocity gets increased. That is non-uniform velocity. So, acceleration occurs. And if a body is under free fall, initial velocity is zero. Free fall means if a body falls under only the influence of gravitational force. Let's consider an example. The motion of a coconut falling from a coconut tree. Here, there is no external force. It falls under the influence of gravity. And initially, its velocity is zero. When it falls down, velocity is increasing. So, acceleration happens. Once again, if a body is under free fall, initial velocity equal to zero. Another example we have. Motion of a ball rolling down a hill. At the top of the hill, it will be at rest. And if it rolls down, the velocity is increasing. So, acceleration happens in this situation. Another example. When a body is thrown up and when it reaches the topmost position, its velocity becomes zero. That is, final velocity becomes zero. In short, the initial velocity of a body is zero when it starts from rest or it is subjected for a free fall. The final velocity becomes zero when a body comes to rest or when a body is thrown up and when it reaches the topmost position. Let's look at a problem. A food packet dropped from a helicopter reaches the ground in 5 seconds. If the velocity with which it hits the ground is 50 meters per second, what is the acceleration? So, our question is to find acceleration. How can we find acceleration? Yes, acceleration equal to v minus u divided by t. Here, time is given as 5 seconds. So, the value of t equal to 5 seconds. Food is dropped from a helicopter and initially it has no velocity. So, we can write initial velocity equal to 0. And it attains a velocity of 50 meters per second. That is, 50 meters per second is the velocity when it reached at ground. So, final velocity becomes 50 meters per second. Acceleration equal to 50 minus 0 divided by 5. That is equal to 10 meters per second square. Next, we are going to study retardation. Retardation means acceleration of a body when the velocity is decreasing. Did you remember this figure? Here, initially the body is at rest. That is, velocity of the body when it gets started is 0 meter per second. Isn't it? Then it increased its velocity. So, acceleration also increased. The velocity slowed when it reached D, E and F. At F, the velocity was 0 meter per second. That the body comes to rest. When we find the acceleration at this point, they become negative. And this negative acceleration is called retardation. Simply, if the final velocity is less than initial velocity, that is, the body slows down its motion, then retardation happens. The unit of retardation is same as that of acceleration. Retardation is negative acceleration. So, both have same unit meter per second square. I will explain in this figure D to E. When we find acceleration equal to V minus U divided by T, that is 6 minus 10 divided by 5 is equal to minus 4 by 5 equal to negative 0.8 meter per second square. Then E to F, acceleration equal to 0 minus 6 divided by 5, that is minus 6 by 5, that is equal to negative 1.2 meter per second square. Let's see some situation where retardation happens. A ball rolling on a level ground. As it is moving, it has an initial velocity and it will roll over and move. It will stop after a while. So, final velocity becomes 0. That is, final velocity is less than initial velocity. So, when we find acceleration in this situation, it becomes negative. So, here retardation happens. Let's see another example. A train starting from the station. In the station, when it is at rest, initial velocity becomes 0. If it gets started, velocity increases. Here, final velocity is greater than initial velocity. That is, negative acceleration doesn't occur in this situation. Next example we have motion of a stone thrown up and when it goes up and comes down. Let's divide this into two situations. First, the stone thrown up to the topmost position. Initially it has a velocity. When it reached the topmost position, V equal to 0. Here, acceleration occurs. Final velocity is less than initial velocity. So, the acceleration thus obtained is negative. Retardation happens. When it returns back, it undergoes free fall. When an object is subjected to free fall, the initial velocity is 0. And as it comes down, the velocity is increasing. So, when we find acceleration, it becomes positive. That is, retardation doesn't occur in this situation. Now you are familiar with the concepts of speed and acceleration. The speed of vehicles increases when there is acceleration. Excessive speed of vehicles may result in accidents. We can minimize death due to accident to a great extent if we obey traffic rules and signals that put up on the sides of the roads. Accidents are not just by careless driving. Accidents can be also caused by the negligence of pedestrians. What precautions should pedestrians take? Yes, walk along the footpath only. Walk only the right side of the road. Cross roads only at the zebra crossing. While walking along the road, late in the evening or night, Avoid wearing black or dark colored clothes. And do not travel by road listening to music with a headset. There are a lot of reasons like this that people create accidents due to their negligence. So students, this lesson gives you an idea about speed and acceleration and what we can do to avoid these accidents. Thank you.